Chosen one. You got them venting about the impact you got on them. All hell broke out because somebody missed you. Someone said your name with real emotion. I miss you. And that single confession unleashed a storm. Now they're scrambling because truth slipped out. Your impact was so undeniable that multiple people had to unite just to silence it. The more they tried to minimize you, the louder your presence echoed. The more they talked down on you, the more your value revealed itself. Someone taught them how to deflect, delay and deny, not to protect them, but to protect their own power. Because your growth threatened their control, and they know it. Every time you and this person had a disagreement, who showed up? Who got the phone call? Who was always available to interpret what happened? The same person. Always the same voice. Words got twisted. Context got added that never existed. Your tone got highlighted while your message got ignored. Mountains got made from your boundaries, while violations got dismissed. Standards got turned into unreasonable demands. Self-respect got made to look like selfishness. Clarity got transformed into confusion. A narrative was being built, a story where you were the villain and someone else was the savior, where you were the problem and someone else was the solution, where you were too much and someone else was just enough. Your person believed it because these people had access. History, trust that you were still earning, time invested, emotional leverage, home court advantage. You were the away team playing against refs who had already decided the game, but you stopped playing the game. You stopped trying to convince anyone of anything. You stopped defending yourself to people who had already decided who you were. You stopped explaining your position to people with no intention of understanding it. You put on that poker face and went quiet in a way that made everyone nervous. You stopped reacting and started observing, stopped engaging and started analyzing, stopped fighting and started protecting. Because a chosen one who stops caring is a chosen one about to level up. A chosen one who detaches is about to transform. A chosen one who goes silent is listening to divine instruction instead of human manipulation. A chosen one who stops defending realizes life is the only defense needed. The shift was felt, the energy changed, control started slipping, terror set in. Someone in this situation was obsessed with you. Not with them. With you. Studying you. Watching you. Analyzing you. Copying you. More attention paid to you than to the person supposedly being cared about. This was not admiration. This was obsession born from envy. Something in you exposed everything fake about this person. Your authenticity highlighted performance. Your integrity revealed manipulation. Your genuine care showed calculated moves. Your natural power emphasized pretend authority. You were living proof that real exists. In a world full of people playing games, real is terrifying. Your presence asked questions that lifestyle could not answer. How do you love authentically? How do you care without agenda? How do you give without keeping score? How do you show up without performing? How do you connect without controlling? How do you maintain standards without being judgmental? How do you have boundaries without being cold? How do you protect yourself without being closed off? You did all these things naturally. Someone else could not do any genuinely. That gap was unbearable to witness. A mission formed to eliminate you. Not physically, but spiritually, emotionally, from the narrative, from the relationship, from the possibility of your person ever seeing clearly. You needed to be gone because your presence made inadequacy obvious. Your standards demanded growth someone was not willing to pursue. Your light exposed shadows someone wanted to hide in. Your truth threatened lies that needed believing. Your freedom challenged cages that needed maintaining. This person positioned as the alternative, the easier option, the one who understood, the one who did not ask for so much, the one who let your person stay exactly as is, without pushing for growth. Love bombing happened when you set boundaries. Attention got given when you required effort. Yes to everything you said no to, enabling everything you challenged, celebrating mediocrity you refused accepting, making dysfunction feel like freedom, making stagnation feel like peace, making toxicity feel like loyalty. It worked for a while. Your person was tired of looking in the mirror you held up, tired of being challenged to be better, tired of the discomfort that comes with real growth, tired of facing patterns, tired of addressing wounds, tired of doing the work. The easier path got chosen. The people who said everything was fine got chosen. Comfort over transformation, familiar dysfunction over unfamiliar health, the devil known over the angel being learned. But comfort is a trap when greatness is the destiny. Your person was meant for something significant. The universe would not allow settling. Towers had to fall. The moment your name got spoken with truth, everything erupted. Divine timing does not care about human comfort. Spiritual alignment does not accommodate ego. Purpose does not wait for readiness. Destiny demands movement, even when movement is painful. Your person was sitting with this manipulator and maybe others from the toxic circle, maybe drinking, maybe reminiscing, maybe something on social media appeared, maybe a song played that reminded them of you, maybe passing a place you used to go together, maybe late at night when truth has a way of surfacing. Whatever triggered it, your name came up. Instead of the usual script, instead of programmed responses, instead of lies trained into repetition, your person said something real. I miss them. 3 words, simple words, honest words. Watch what happened. Watch how fast the energy shifted. Watch how quickly the room temperature dropped. The manipulator's face changed. Not sadness, not understanding, not empathy, not support, anger, jealousy, panic, fear. Those 3 words threatened the entire operation. Those 3 words meant the spell was breaking. Those 3 words meant your person was waking up. Those 3 words meant months or years of programming was cracking. Those 3 words were the beginning of the end. If this message awakens something within you, hype this video for other chosen ones who need to hear this. The manipulator attacked immediately. No pause, no reflection, no space for feelings to exist. Instant attack, making it about self. How dare your person miss you after everything? How dare speaking your name like you mattered? How dare showing vulnerability about someone who abandoned? The manipulator twisted it instantly, flipped it, made your person feel guilty for having a genuine emotion, made vulnerability feel like betrayal, made honesty feel like weakness, made truth feel like disloyalty. But something was different this time. Your person did not immediately back down, did not immediately apologize for feeling, did not immediately stuff the truth back down. Pushing back happened, even just a little, even just with a look. Something like this got said. But warnings were given about you, or so many things were right, or I should have listened, or maybe the mistake was mine. Small statements, massive in implication. Independent thought was indicated. Programming was failing. Control was slipping. Hell broke loose. The manipulator could not hide anymore, could not maintain the mask, could not keep playing the long game. The long game was over. Crisis mode, emergency protocol, all hands on deck, full attack mode, calling stupid, calling blind, calling ungrateful after everything done, saying you never cared anyway, saying you probably moved on, saying probably with someone else, saying nothing without the manipulator, saying nobody else would put up with them, saying lucky to have the manipulator in life. Every insecurity weaponized, every wound picked at, every fear exploited. In that heated moment, your person started defending you, started listing things you did right, started remembering moments shared, started talking about how you made feelings happen, started comparing manipulator behavior to yours. The more talk about you happened, the more animation came, more passion, more certainty. Talking about you reminded your person of who existed when you were around. The manipulator saw it, saw the light come back in eyes, saw the energy shift in body, saw sitting up straighter, speaking clearer, thinking sharper, just from remembering you, just from speaking about the impact you had. That is when realization hit the manipulator that losing was happening. Your presence, even in memory, was more powerful than physical presence happening right then. Backup got called, because the solo attack was not working. Your person was still not fully backing down, still showing signs of independent thought, still speaking your name with affection instead of contempt. The whole network got activated. Calls or texts went to others, bringing into the conversation, making it a group intervention, making it a pile-on, making it overwhelming. Everyone activated at once, like rehearsed, like planned for this scenario, like protocol existed. The ego feeder attacked, started reminding of perceived slights, started listing reasons you were not good enough, started inflating importance to make you seem insignificant by comparison. The distraction became aggressive, started creating new drama, started manufacturing crisis, started demanding attention. The victim became the villain, started crying, started accusing, started making your person feel responsible for emotional state. Coordination was visible, practice was obvious, strategy was clear. Your person saw it, really saw it, saw how coordinated everything was, saw how prepared everyone was to shut down any positive thought about you, saw how invested everyone was in keeping the narrative going, saw how threatened everyone felt by 3 simple words, saw how much effort maintaining the illusion took, saw how fragile the whole operation actually was, saw how desperate the need for control. Your person started venting, started talking about everything held in, started listing all the ways you showed up, all the times you were right, all the moments you protected, all the warnings you gave that came true, all the patterns you pointed out now visible clearly, all the boundaries you set now making sense, all the standards you held now wished matched. Your person vented about your impact, about how you changed the way relationships get seen, about how you raised standards, about how you showed what real feels like, about how you demonstrated what consistency looks like, about how you modeled what integrity means, about how you proved that genuine care exists. The more venting happened, the more realization came, the more seeing, the more understanding. Venting about specific moments, driving across town in bad weather because need existed, conversation where staying up all night happened to help process something difficult, defending when someone talked down, celebrating a win like it was personal, showing up even when every reason not to existed, choosing when choosing was not convenient, venting about the little things, how coffee order got remembered, how knowing when space was needed versus when company was needed, how mood got read without words, how safe enough to be vulnerable got created, how a space formed where being self without judgment happened, how laughter at jokes occurred, even the terrible ones, how dreams got supported even when messy and unclear, venting about the big things, how challenge to be better happened, how a mirror got held up when seeing self clearly was needed, how refusal to enable self-destructive patterns occurred, how loving enough to tell truth even when lies would have been easier, how staying during the hard parts when leaving would have been simpler, how investment in growth happened when no self-investment existed. The manipulators could not compete with any of it, could not match any of it, could not replicate any of it, because everything being vented about required something absent: authenticity, genuine care, real love, consistent effort, selfless investment, patient teaching, honest feedback, protective boundaries, empowering support, all things you gave naturally, all things fakeable only temporarily. That is when true desperation set in. Attacking you directly started, bringing up old situations and spinning them, lying about things supposedly said or done, creating stories that never happened, planting false memories, gaslighting in real time. Your person, for the first time, questioned back, pushed back, said that is not how it happened, said you never said that, said that does not sound like something you would do. That questioning, that defending of your character, that protecting of your name, made everything explode beyond repair. The manipulators realized losing had occurred. Your impact was too strong, your imprint was too deep, your influence was too real. All that time spent trying to erase you, and all it took was one honest moment for your person to remember why you mattered. Escalation happened. Threatening started. Ultimatums formed. If your person did not stop talking about you, everything was done, making choice right then and there. Them or the memory of you, the illusion or the truth, comfort or growth, lies or reality. Your person hesitated. That hesitation said everything. If true belief in the manipulators existed, if you truly were the villain, if truly better without you, no hesitation would have occurred. The fact that thinking was needed, the fact that weighing happened, the fact that choosing against you was not automatic, that revealed the truth to everyone in that room. The manipulators saw it, saw that losing had already happened, even if your person was not ready to admit it yet, saw that your impact was permanent, saw that influence was temporary, saw that no matter how hard the work, being what you were would never happen, saw that your person would always compare, saw always coming up short, saw that the best achievement would be a poor substitute for something real. Accusations really started flying. The manipulators turned on each other, started blaming one another for not working hard enough to keep your person away from thoughts of you, started exposing each other's motives, started revealing things said behind each other's backs, started showing true colors not just to your person but to each other. The alliance crumbled, the facade shattered, the performance ended, the truth came out. Your person sat there watching it all unfold, watching people trusted reveal as users, watching people confided in expose as manipulators, watching people defended show as attackers, watching the whole operation fall apart, all because 3 honest words got spoken, all because admitting missing you happened, all because acknowledging your impact occurred. Now dealing with the aftermath is happening, sitting in the rubble of relationships built on lies, processing the reality of being played, understanding that everything you tried showing was accurate, realizing that every warning you gave was protective, seeing that every boundary you set was necessary, recognizing that every time you walked away, you were saving yourself from exactly this chaos. The regret is crushing. Not just regret about losing you, but regret about time wasted, opportunities missed, growth delayed, lies believed, truth ignored, manipulation accepted, real love rejected, fake love embraced, easy path chosen, right path abandoned, comfort prioritized, transformation refused. Venting about all of it now happens, not just to the manipulators probably no longer speaking, but to self, in own mind, replaying conversations, rewatching memories, reprocessing moments, seeing everything through new eyes, understanding dynamics missed before, recognizing patterns, invisible then, comprehending motives hidden, perceiving truths obscured by lies, venting to mutual friends who see the change, who ask what happened, who notice the shift, who comment on how different everything seems, who wonder why troubled looks exist, who are curious about what caused this transformation. Your person is explaining, telling the story, admitting being wrong about you, acknowledging should have listened, confessing messing up, owning, choosing poorly. With every telling, your impact becomes more clear. With every retelling, your value becomes more obvious. With every explanation, your significance becomes more apparent, essentially becoming your spokesperson, your advocate, your defender. The very thing the manipulators tried preventing, the exact thing worked so hard against, your person now does the opposite of programming, speaking your name with honor, with respect, with appreciation, with longing, with regret, with understanding. Now let me put you onto something real, Destiny Engine. I built this because I was done watching chosen ones get dragged through betrayal, isolation and attacks, while their enemies strutted around unchecked. I want to help you accelerate the speed of your divine justice and step fully into your purpose. And the beauty of it, you don't even have to lift a finger. Destiny Engine takes their downfall and flips it into your rise. This isn't another meditation app. It's declassified consciousness technology, the same mind programming tools your enemies once used to install fear, competition and scarcity, re-engineered to restore your sovereignty and align you with the cooperative, upgraded operating framework. It generates personalized sequences mapped to your divine purpose. The hardest thing you'll do is put on headphones, press play, and watch your enemies keep digging their own grave. The collective upgrade is underway. Start your Destiny Engine for $1 today and turn everything they did to break you into fuel for your rise. Link in the description. While all this venting is happening, while all this chaos is unfolding, while all this drama is playing out, where are you? What are you doing? How are you moving? You are living, thriving, at peace, growing, glowing, succeeding, happy, fulfilled, purposeful, joyful, free, whole, complete, unbothered, focused, elevated, transformed. You are not sitting around waiting for worth realization, not obsessing over whether missing you is happening, not checking social media every hour, not asking mutual friends for updates, not hoping for reach out, not planning what to say if contact happens, not rehearsing reunion scenarios, not fantasizing about coming back, not wondering if finally getting it is happening. You already moved on, not in the bitter way where actual attachment exists with pretense otherwise, but in the genuine way where release is full, where processing is complete, where healing is thorough, where learning is deep, where growth is significant, where transformation is powerful. You took the experience and extracted the wisdom. You took the pain and produced the power. You took the ending and created the beginning. You took the loss and generated the gain. You took the rejection and manufactured the redirection. You took what was meant to break you and used it to make you stronger, wiser, clearer, better. That is what the real venting is about. Not just missing you, but that being fine without them is visible, that being better without them is obvious, that thriving without them is undeniable, that needing them to be whole never existed, that requiring them to be happy was never real, that depending on them to be successful was never true, that leaving toxicity leads to peace gets proven by you, that choosing yourself works out gets evidenced by you, that walking away was the right move gets testified by you. Your success is torment for the manipulators, your peace is conviction, your joy is evidence, your growth is revelation, your transformation is education. You teach lessons without saying a word, you show truth without having conversations, you prove points without making arguments, you win debates without showing up. Your life speaks louder than lies ever did. This drives the manipulators insane. Because banking on you being destroyed happened. Investment in you being defeated occurred. Betting on you being broken took place. Counting on you being stuck was the plan. Assumption of bitterness existed. Expectation of anger was real. Thought of obsession was certain. Belief in desperation was solid. Certainty of crawling back was absolute. But you did none of those things. You did the opposite. You walked away with head high. You moved forward with dignity intact. You chose yourself with self-respect protected. You honored worth with standards maintained. You protected peace with boundaries enforced. You built life with purpose centered. That is the impact being vented about. That is the effect denial cannot touch. That is the influence erasure cannot reach. That is the mark removal cannot fade. That is the impression time cannot diminish. That is the imprint nothing can erase. You changed your person permanently. Even if speaking to you again never happens, even if apology never comes, even if public acknowledgement never occurs, even if full admission never forms, even if reach out never happens, even if reconciliation never attempts, your impact is permanent, your influence is lasting, your effect is eternal. You showed what real looks like. You demonstrated what authentic means. You modeled what genuine is. You exemplified what consistent does. You illustrated what honest requires. You displayed what loving demands. You exhibited what caring creates. You revealed what investing produces. Unknowing cannot happen. Unseeing cannot occur. Unfeeling cannot form. Unlearning cannot take place. Unexperiencing cannot manifest. Undoing cannot exist. You raised the bar, set the standard, established the benchmark, created the measure, defined the expectation, built the framework, designed the template, provided the example. The venting is not just happening in private. Your person is carrying your influence into every new interaction, every new conversation, every new connection. When someone treats your person poorly, your standard gets remembered. When someone shows inconsistency, your reliability gets recalled. When someone plays games, your authenticity gets recognized as what was lost. You created a reference point that cannot be erased from consciousness. The manipulators are discovering this reality in real time. Every attempt to fill your space fails because the space is shaped like you. Every effort to replace what you brought falls short because what you brought was irreplaceable. Every move to make your person forget proves impossible, because forgetting you means forgetting what feeling valued feels like, what being respected feels like, what being genuinely cared for feels like. Your person now operates with a permanent filter. Does this person show up like the chosen one did? Does this energy feel like what real felt like? Does this connection have the depth that connection had? The answer keeps coming back negative, because you were not just good to your person, you were transformative. You were not just present, you were purposeful. You were not just caring, you were consistent in ways that rewired expectations. This is why the venting continues. This is why your name keeps surfacing. This is why conversations keep circling back to you, because your impact was not surface level, your effect was not temporary, your influence was not conditional. You embedded yourself in the very framework of how your person understands what they deserve. You became the measuring stick for how people should show up. You turned into the evidence that real exists even when surrounded by fake. The manipulators are realizing something terrifying. Removing you from the physical space accomplished nothing. You are more present in your absence than anyone is in their presence. Your memory is more powerful than their reality. Your ghost is more substantial than their flesh. They worked so hard to erase you, and only succeeded in making you permanent. They tried so hard to make your person forget, and only succeeded in making remembering inevitable. They invested so much energy in painting you as the villain, and only succeeded in revealing you as the hero of the story. Everyone else in life will be compared to you. Every interaction will be measured against yours. Every connection will be weighed beside yours. Every relationship will be evaluated next to yours. Everyone will fall short, not necessarily because bad people exist, but because you were exceptional. You were rare. You were special. You were different. You were real. That is what the venting is about. The fact that you ruined for average, you spoiled for ordinary, you damaged for mediocre, you wrecked for basic, you broke for surface level, you destroyed for shallow, you demolished for fake, you shattered for pretend. You gave a taste of what relationships can be when both people show up authentically. You showed a glimpse of what love looks like when genuine. You demonstrated what partnership means when real. You illustrated what connection creates when deep. You revealed what intimacy produces when honest. You exhibited what trust builds when earned. You displayed what respect generates when mutual. Now stuck exists, knowing what is possible but surrounded by what is available. Understanding what could have been but dealing with what got chosen, remembering what was had but living with what is kept, recognizing what got lost but sitting with what remained, seeing what was real but existing in what is fake. That is the torment, that is the torture, that is the punishment, that is the consequence, that is the karma. Not that cursing happened, or harm got wished, or negativity got sent, but that knowing you exists, that experiencing real exists, that understanding what is possible exists. That is the burden carried now, the knowledge that wrong choice happened, that wrong voices got listened to, that wrong people got trusted, that wrong narrative got believed, that wrong decision got made. Venting happens because venting is all that can be done. Undoing cannot happen, rewinding cannot occur, fixing cannot form, reversing cannot take place. Changing cannot manifest. What is done is done. What is chosen is chosen. What is lost. All that remains is processing it, talking about it, venting about it, regretting it, learning from it, hopefully growing from it. But that is the journey now. The lesson, the consequence, the opportunity, the choice. What gets done with this realization is not your concern. Whether actual change happens, or just temporary hurt, is not your burden. Whether real work occurs or just feeling bad for a while is not your responsibility. Whether transformation takes place or just transfer of same patterns to someone new is not your accountability. You are not responsible for growth, not accountable for healing, not liable for choices, not answerable for decisions, not in charge of transformation. You did your part. You played your role. You fulfilled your purpose in that connection. You were the mirror, the catalyst, the teacher, the example. the standard. Now you are free, released, unbound, liberated, delivered, emancipated, freed from the obligation to save someone who did not want saving, freed from the burden of fixing someone who did not want fixing, freed from the responsibility of changing someone who did not want changing, freed from the pressure of convincing someone who did not want convincing, freed from the weight of proving yourself to someone who did not want to see. You get to live now, fully, completely, wholly, authentically, genuinely, powerfully, without apologizing for standards, without explaining boundaries, without justifying peace, without defending choices, without proving worth, without validating value, without earning place, without fighting for position. You get to just be, and that being is enough, more than enough, exactly enough, perfectly enough, abundantly enough. You in fullness, you in wholeness, you in completeness, you in authenticity, you in power, you in truth, you in light, you in glory. That is what the venting is about. That is what broke loose. That is what the chaos revealed. That is what the explosion exposed. That is what the war demonstrated. Your impact, your significance, your importance, your value, your worth, your power, your influence, your effect, your mark, your imprint, your impression, your legacy in life. No amount of manipulation could erase it. No amount of lies could diminish it. No amount of scheming could reduce it. No amount of plotting could eliminate it. No amount of working could remove it. You are permanently etched in story, permanently written in history, permanently marked in memory, permanently imprinted in soul. Venting can happen, regret can occur, processing can form, learning can take place, but erasing cannot happen, undoing cannot occur, changing cannot form. You happened, you mattered, you impacted, you influenced, you affected, you marked, you changed, you transformed, you elevated, you challenged, you taught, you showed, you demonstrated, you proved, you were. That was enough. You were enough. You are enough. You will always be enough. Not because finally seeing is happening, not because venting about it occurs, not because acknowledging forms, but because it is truth, immutable, unchangeable, permanent, eternal truth. You are enough. Your impact is real. Your influence matters. Your presence means something. Your existence changes things. Your being affects people. Your life touches others. Your light illuminates darkness. Your truth exposes lies. Your love reveals hate. Your peace highlights chaos. Your joy condemns misery. Walk in that, own that, live that, be that, unapologetically, unashamedly, boldly, courageously, powerfully, confidently, certainly, absolutely, because while venting about your impact happens, you are creating more impact. While discussion of what you were occurs, you are becoming what you are. While remembering what you did takes place, you are doing what you do. While talking about past influence happens, you are exercising present power. While caught in what was exists, you are creating what is. Stay in your power. Keep your focus. Maintain your peace. Protect your joy. Guard your energy. Honor your journey. Respect your growth. Celebrate your transformation. Acknowledge your elevation. Recognize your evolution. Appreciate your development. Value your progress. You earned this. You worked for this. You fought for this. You chose this. You created this. You built this. You manifested this. This life, this peace, this joy, this success, this happiness, this fulfillment, this purpose, this power, this freedom. Enjoy it, live it, breathe it, be it, fully, completely, wholly, without guilt, without apology, without hesitation, without doubt, without fear, without shame, without concern for who is watching, or who is talking, or who is venting, or who is regretting. This is your life, your story, your victory, your triumph, your win, your success, your achievement, your manifestation, your reality, your present, your future, your destiny, your purpose, your calling, your assignment, your mission, your path. Walk it powerfully, live it purposefully, be it authentically, Create it intentionally, build it strategically, protect it wisely, maintain it consistently, grow it continuously, expand it constantly, elevate it perpetually. Because you are just getting started. This is just the beginning. The best is yet to come. The greatest chapters are still unwritten. The biggest impact is still unmade. The highest purpose is still unfulfilled. The deepest love is still unexperienced. The truest joy is still unlived. The fullest expression is still unmanifested. You are in process, in development, in growth, in transformation, in elevation, in evolution, in expansion, in manifestation, everything preparing you, positioning you, equipping you, training you, teaching you, developing you, strengthening you, fortifying you, empowering you, for what is next, for what is coming, for what is approaching, for what is arriving, for what is manifesting, for what is unfolding, for what is revealing, for what is emerging. Stay ready, stay prepared, stay open, stay receptive, stay available, stay aligned, stay connected, stay centered, stay grounded, stay elevated, stay powerful, stay peaceful, stay joyful, stay purposeful, stay you, because you being you is what caused all this. You being authentic is what triggered the chaos. You being real is what exposed the fake. You being genuine is what revealed the pretend. You being you is what made the impact getting vented about. So keep being you, more you, fuller you, truer you, realer you, bolder you, braver you, stronger you, wiser you, better you, higher you, greater you. That is the victory. That is the triumph. That is the win. That is the success. You get to be you, fully, completely, unapologetically, powerfully. Let the venting happen. Let the talk occur. Let the discussion form. Let the processing take place. Let the regret exist. Let the learning happen. While you live, while you thrive, while you grow, while you glow, while you win, while you succeed, while you prosper, while you flourish, while you create, while you build, while you manifest, while you elevate, while you transform, while you evolve, while you expand, while you rise, while you soar, while you fly, while you shine. That is the full circle. Started with venting about your impact, ending with you living your impact. Started with chaos from missing you, ending with peace from being you. Started with regret, ending with your reality. Started with venting, ending with your victory. All hell broke loose because somebody admitted missing you. That admission exposed everything, revealed everything, changed everything, transformed everything. For everyone involved, lessons got received. You got the blessing, consequences got felt. You got the crown, regret got experienced. You got the reward, chaos got created. You got the calm, storm got weathered. You got the peace, drama got played. You got the destiny. That is how this ends. That is how this begins again. With you, powerful, peaceful, purposeful, joyful, successful, blessed, favored, protected, guided, covered, chosen, free, whole, complete, real, authentic, genuine, true, you,